know if your mother's still safe to drive? Have you noticed new damage to her car? Has your father's insurance premium gone up? Do you know what signs to look for that may mean that he needs to be reevaluated for driving safety? Do you know what steps to take in case it's time for your mother to stop driving? In this video, I will teach you the warning signs to pay attention to in case it's time for your mother or father to stop driving. By subscribing to my channel and hitting that little bell, you'll be notified every Monday morning when I post a new video that's designed to help you take care of your aging parents and to navigate the sometimes confusing healthcare system. How do you know when it's no longer safe for your mother or father to drive? Do you wonder if it's time to have the talk with them? Are neighbors and friends voicing their concerns about the way your mother or father is driving? There are many signs that it may be time for your mother to stop driving at night or stop driving altogether. To determine if it's time, you should first do a ride-along with them. Don't tell them that you're evaluating their driving skills. Just ask them for a ride to the store or to church, someplace they're familiar with. Then make note of their driving habits. Don't make it a new destination. Make it someplace they go often so that they won't be worried about getting lost or making a wrong turn. You need to observe their driving both during the day and at night. Things to watch for include: are they going too slow? Way slower than the posted speed limit. Are there a lot of cars piling up behind them? Do they seem nervous while they're driving? This could mean that they have lost confidence in themselves. Do they get confused at stoplights or stop signs? Do they act like they should stop on a green light? Do they know when to take their turn at a four-way stop? Do they get lost, even though they've traveled this route many, many times? Are they second-guessing themselves as to which turn to take? Are they asking you to direct them someplace that they've been 1,000 times before? Do they make wrong turns? Do they stop inappropriately in the middle of the road and seem confused as to which way to go? Do they have any near accidents? Are they pulling out in front of other drivers, or are they nearly rear-ending the car at the stop sign? Do they drift out of their own lane, either into oncoming traffic or onto the shoulder? Other warning signs to watch for include: has their insurance premium gone up? This may indicate they've been getting tickets that they haven't told you about. Do they forget to put their seatbelt on when they always wear their seatbelt? Are they reluctant to drive? Do they ask you to drive their car to go someplace? Are they tense or distracted? Are they sitting differently when they drive, leaning way over the steering wheel? You shouldn't base your assessment on one drive. We all have bad days, but if you see a pattern after multiple drives, it may be time for your father or your mother to go see the physician. What have you observed in older drivers that had you concerned about their safety or yours? Leave your comment below. If you consistently see something that concerns you about your parents driving, it's probably time to see the physician. But first, sit down and talk to your parent and tell them why you're concerned and what you've seen. If it's been a while since their last eye exam, that would be a great place to start. Poor eyesight is a common poor driving issue. The optometrist will check for normal vision changes, but he'll also check for other eye diseases such as glaucoma and cataracts and macular degeneration that can cause serious vision problems. There are medications to address glaucoma, and cataracts may need surgery. If they're not seeing street signs and landmarks clearly, this could seriously affect their driving. Ask the eye doctor if their vision can be corrected enough for them to drive safely. The optometrist may clear your mother for driving during the day, but may restrict them after dark. If it isn't safe for them to drive any longer, hearing it from their physician usually carries more weight than hearing it from you. Another great source to consult is your parent's pharmacist. Many medications can cause drowsiness, dizziness, or confusion. Take your parent to the pharmacy to have the pharmacist go through all the medications that they're taking to see if there's any that you should be concerned about. Ask for a list of the medications that might be causing a problem and ask for alternatives that might be safer. Make an appointment with your father's physician so that you can go over the suspicious medications and to rule out any physical conditions that might be causing a problem. Offer to go with your father to the physician's appointment so that you can also discuss your concerns with the physician. If your father refuses to let you go, then ask them to get a checkup just to ensure that everything is okay. Because HIPAA laws prohibit the physician and his nurse from talking to you unless you have a healthcare power of attorney, you can't have a two-way discussion with the office about your concerns. However, you can voice your concerns by either phone or by letter. Call the office and ask to talk to the nurse and itemize the reasons that you think that your parent is no longer safe behind the wheel. The nurse cannot give you any information about your parent's health conditions. However, they can listen to you and they can pass the information you give them on to the physician so that he knows what questions to ask during the office visit. There are various medical conditions that can cause driving difficulties such as Parkinson's, diabetes, and dementia. If the physician determines that it is no longer safe for your mother or father to drive, again, it is better coming from them than from you. If your parent refuses to follow the doctor's orders about not driving, your last resort may be to file an unsafe driver report with your state DMV. The Department of Motor Vehicles can contact your parent and request a medical evaluation from their physician. They may also require that your parent come in for a driving test. Depending on the results, your parent's license may be restricted or revoked altogether. I have written an ebook that helps parents and children address subjects that may be difficult to bring up but are necessary to plan for the future. You will find the link to this free resource in the description below. I'm sure it will help start the conversations that are so important. If you found this video helpful in keeping your parents safe on the road, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on any tips on how to care for your aging parents. Are you concerned about the changes you've noticed in your parents? Have you noticed that they're not quite as stable on their feet as they used to be, and you're afraid they may fall and break a hip? Check out my video on assessing your parents' home for fall risks and making it safer for them. Thank you for joining me today to learn how to determine if it is still safe for your mother or father to drive. Have a blessed week.